Hey everyone, Andy here. So currently my wife and I are living in Mexico and we just took a trip to Guanajuato, one of the cities here in Mexico, and made a little video about it. So hope you'll enjoy. So Guanajuato is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen. It's known as the City of Color, and that's because all the buildings are, painted different colors. It's really fun. The main downtown area is actually down in this valley, and so all of the neighborhoods are kind of uphill, which is really fun. As you can kind of see, houses just many different colors. It's very beautiful. I'm walking through the streets. It has a very colonial feel, and there are lots of markets that you can just find on the side of the road. This is one of the old theaters of Guanajuato, and it is just amazing. Going through the streets, there are a lot of parks, even downtown, which is really fun. This is the Center Park right here. You'll see some of my group in this section. We're trying to figure out where to go from here, but really beautiful parks surrounded by these kind of square trees, lots of tourists. That's my group. They're super fun. Guanajuato is also known to have underground streets. So there are lots of places where pedestrians like here can go underground to the different streets, and lots of tunnels for cars to go down in. This is Guanajuato's Basilica that we got to go into. Super beautiful basilica. What's sweet about this basilica, everything is very orange. When the light comes in, it lights up everything. Lots of gold everywhere. There's the saints, there's Mary. And what's cool about this basilica also is that the Mary here is very special. The Mary was made in the 1800s and has kind of stayed with the church. And this basilica has even been blessed by the Pope. So fun little history there. So this is the University of Guanajuato. Actual students attend this university. It's really awesome. It's known for these kind of big steps that we actually got to climb up.
I'm sorry. It took me a bit. No.
We're exhausted. Ran up the stairs. But it is pretty beautiful. Another fun thing about this university is one of its mottos is "the truth will set you free." So I thought that was pretty applicable. This is the Callejón del Beso, which means the Alley of the Kiss. It's said that if you climb up to the third step on here and kiss, that you'll have good luck. Here at the market, living it up, getting it stuff. This market was super cool, just full of different tourist things, different food you could eat. It was fun walking around, kind of seeing all the stuff. Another great market. After the market, we were heading to a mummy museum, and I thought I'd grab a little popsicle and cool off in the heat. It was really good. So this was the Mummy Museum. It was really awesome. Basically what had happened in Guanajuato is the government started charging people for graves, and they would have these walls just stacked with people. And if people couldn't pay, they'd take you out and replace you with another body. And they started finding that after only 6 years, some of the bodies they took out were mummified. So they kind of had a whole collection of them. These are just some of them. It's crazy to think that just after 6 years they can be mummified. It was a fun little experience, learning more about the history of Guanajuato. And of course, they had a little spot for tourists as well. Hey everyone, Guanajuato here. Walking down the streets, we saw this bread store.
Yes.
Had to go try it out. Here we go. Lindsay got like a chocolate one. Let's see what she thinks. How is it? Soft,
It's
good?
good. It's a little hard,
Yeah.
but it's meant to be like that.
Let's go. I got this one, kind of looks like a croissant. Oh. Perfect, I just need a hot chocolate with this. Woo! So after the Mummy Museum, we traveled down the street and went to this Don Quixote art museum. So every piece of art in here is inspired by the story of Don Quixote. And if you don't know what that is, it's a very famous Spanish story about this man who decides that he wants to be a chivalrous knight. And he kind of goes crazy and tries to defend everyone. At one point, he tries to fight his own windmill, thinking it's a giant, and basically tries to be chivalrous. So this was a really cool museum full of fun art pieces. I really enjoyed it. My favorite one was of Don Quixote, and he's like kind of surrounded by fire. It looked pretty cool.
Like, don't want to tell my
Everyone, we're here. It's currently storming. Guanajuato just ordered what they call a Dory Loco, which is Doritos with corn, mayonnaise, everything. We're about to try it. First time here. Hold up the camera for
I
me.
could do it for both of you.
Yes, there we go.
I don't need to be in
About
there.
to try it.
Amazing.
So good.
What would you rate it?
This is a solid, like,
Sorry, I don't know where you were.
this is a solid, like, 8, 7, I would say. You should go anywhere to get this. Base.
That's
So once the sun went down, we got to participate in probably the highlight of this trip. We got to do a kind of singing street tour. These guys are called callejoneras, and this is literally their job, is just singing, dancing, having fun. It was such a fun time. Dancing, I kind of translated for my group, impromptu, and just full of energy, listening to traditional Mexican music. And they're just super funny. They're telling stories the whole time. It honestly was a blast. 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you go to Guanajuato, make sure to do this. You'll see these guys dressed up trying to get you to do the tour, but do it. It's totally worth it. At the end of it too, it was really funny. They gave us all these like ceramic frog shot glasses. So definitely the highlight of this tour was going around to each of the little alleyways with these guys singing. After the night tour, we had to walk all the way back home because the vernacular, which is basically like a kind of elevator up the hill, was closed, unfortunately. This is our long trek up. If you notice, the camera gets shakier and shakier as this will go along because it was so long, our calves were burning.
Okay, freaking vernacular. Close. Apparently they're open until 9:50. We went there at 9:10. We had to climb up the craziest hills in the world. You'll see the time lapse.
Some of us have been a bit more than others.
Yes, it's a trek we're all going through together.
Once we finally got to the top of the hill, it was all downhill from there, and we made it back to our Airbnb. Honestly, we love Guanajuato, one of my favorite cities, totally would recommend.
I hope everyone enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. You know the gist. See ya.